did few of the figure of speech. Now let's do definition with little of explanation which you are going to write in your notebooks. Now the definition of some figure of speech today we did was simile, metaphor, then you can say is personification, alliteration, repetition. So let's do the definition. These definitions are going to be written in the notebooks by you with examples. Let's start. First is simile. Again we are revising a part of little, if just brushing it up. It is a comparison between two things with the word as and like in the sentence in between. Like example is he runs like a wind. Here the running of a boy is compared to a wind with a word using like in between, right? Therefore the figure of speech is simile. Now let's do some more examples of simile. You are as brave as lion. You means anyone. You as brave as, matlab you are brave like a lion. They fought like a cats and dogs. They fought like cats and dogs. कुत्ते बिल्ली के तरह लड़ना. This house is as clean as mud. Right? मतलब the cleanliness of house is compared to mud. मतलब that means it's dirty. He is as strong as ox. The strength of a person is compared to the strength of a takat. Strength means takat of an ox. Your explanation is as clear as mud. Right? Again, यहाँ पे as and like is used. That means the figure of speech is simile. Let's proceed with other one, metaphor. It is a direct comparison without using as and like. I told you, you have to remove as and like and it becomes metaphor. The snow is white blanket. Now the snow is compared to a white blanket which is spread far and wide. In the above statement, the snow is directly compared to a white blanket. It makes sense that snow is white blanket, therefore it is a metaphor. I am reading the explanation also for you children, right? Next, some example of metaphor. The hospital was a refrigerator. Means the hospital is compared to a refrigerator. It is cold, but that means icy room of the hospitals. It was fully AC. The classroom is a zoo. Sometimes when everyone in the class, when you make a noise, the teacher comes and tell you, ये क्या zoo है या मच्छी market है? Means the classroom is compared to a zoo where there are all, like when in a zoo you hear many animals screaming, howling, right? Chirping. So it is in the classroom also, girls and boys speak on a high pitch, loudly. Her lovely voice was music to his ears. Now, the lovely voice is compared to a music. Means you love to hear beautiful music, melodious music. So the voice of a girl is compared to music. Matlab the speech of the girl is very beautiful. You like to hear when she is talking. Life is a roller coaster. Roller coaster means up and down, right? Roller coaster क्या होता है? अब जू में गए हो, इमेजिका गए हो, रोलर कोस्टर, कभी ऊपर कभी नीचे, कभी ऊपर कभी नीचे. द होम इज़ अ प्रिजन. अगर आपकी मम्मी आपको बोले नहीं जाना है, बस यहीं रहना है, तो तुम क्या बोला? ये घर है या कैद खाना है? सो द होम इज़ कंपेयर्ड टू अ प्रिजन एंड दिस इज़ अ मेटाफर. Now personification, children. Personification means it gives a human qualities such as emotions, desire to the non-living thing. Means non-living things are given a quality of living thing. See, one example is given. The leaves dance their way alone. The leaves are said to be dancing. Leaves are stationary. Do they move? No. But they are given a quality of dancing. So it's a personification. Next, we proceed to some more example, children. The watch kept warning them about the time left to left for the race to end. Now, the watch kept warning means जो रेस में स्पोर्ट्स में भाग लेते हैं वो वो क्या देखते हैं कितने टाइम में इसने रेस पूरी की. So the watch kept warning, come on, fast, right? And second is, here the watch is given a human quality of warning, giving a warning to the players, or you can say sports persons. The rain was angry. You could just by listening it from in. The rain was angry, मतलब जोरों की बारिश हो रही थी. So the rain is given a quality of being angry like a human beings, because वो बहुत जोर और आवाज़ कर रही थी. Right? So these are examples of personification, children. Now let's move little further. Another one, very nice one. See, one back at the garden, and you could tell the plants were begging for water. Begging. Plants are given a quality of living thing. जैसे जब plants मुरझा जाते हैं तो ऐसा लगता है plants हमारे पास भीख मांग रहे हैं, पानी दो मुझे, मुरझाने जब लगते हैं तब. Right? A very good example of personification. Children, the wind whistled throughout the day. जब हवा चलती है पूरा दिन तो एक आवाज़ क्रिएट करती है. It is called a whistling throughout the day. Yes, children. Next one, we proceed to alliteration. Here, the sound of a particular letter is repeated again and again to give a musical effect. Right? Sea sells seashells by the seashore. So, S sound is repeated. Yes? So, this is ऊपर जो है वो definition है, नीचे example है, and there are more examples of alliteration. A good cook could cook as much as cookies as good cook. What is repeated? C is repeated. Right? Black bug. A big black bear. B is repeated. And here children, I can give you one first में और एक आएगा. Good is repeated. तो वो repetition भी हुआ. Yes, but ज़्यादातर क्या है? Alliteration. Ship should sleep in the shade. So is repeated. I saw that I could not so I ever saw. Here I is repeated, alliteration, and so, and it is also repetition. Saw. Right? So sometimes figure of speech can be alliteration as well as repetition to give a poetic effect. Yes, children? Let's proceed again. Repetition. So that is why I kept alliteration and repetition together so that you can understand better. Is a literal device that repeats the same word again and again few times in a phrase. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. Child is repeated. Write well and you will soon write quickly. Write is repeated. Open your mind, open your eyes, and always be true to yourself. Open and your is repeated, giving a poetic effect. It is repetition. Our doubts is our passion, and our passion is our task. Our is repeated, passion is repeated, so it's a repetition. Jump like jolly jumping bees. Jump is repeated. Yes, children. Now next. Now there will be tomorrow we'll do few more figure of speech with the definition. Thank you, children. I'm going to give you the definition. I will post you the same thing and you will write down in your notebooks. Have a nice day.